Hello, and welcome, my friend. I'm Paul, and this is English Stories for Fluency, the podcast that helps you improve your English one gentle step at a time. It's always a pleasure to have you here with me, and today's episode is especially close to my heart. We're going to talk about one of the most powerful and most underrated secrets to fluency. Not a fancy technique, not a complicated grammar trick, but something simple, quiet, and strong. Today, we're talking about the power of consistency. If you've ever felt stuck, like your English isn't improving, or if you've tried learning but lost motivation after a few weeks, then you're not alone. And the good news is, there's a better way. And that better way begins with staying consistent. Let's begin with a question. What is consistency really? Consistency means doing something again and again on a regular basis, whether it's every day, every other day, or every week, and staying with it, even when progress feels slow. It's not about being perfect. It's not about doing it for hours every day. It's about showing up, repeating, returning. It's small actions done regularly that lead to big results over time. Now, let's connect this to language learning, to learning English. You may have heard this before. Language is not learned, it is acquired. That means we don't memorize a language. We absorb it. We grow into it. And the only way to truly absorb English is through repeated contact, again and again, through listening, reading, speaking, and writing. That's what consistency gives you. Repeated, steady contact. Let me tell you a story. One of our listeners, his name is David, started listening to podcasts while walking his dog every morning. He didn't try to understand every single word. He just listened. 10 minutes a day, every morning. Sometimes he was tired, sometimes it was raining, but he still put on his earphones, pressed play, and walked. At first he said, "Paul, I barely understood 30% of what you said." But he kept going. 2 months later, he wrote back, "Now I understand 70%, sometimes more. And I've started talking to myself in English when I'm alone." All that progress came from consistency. Not long hours, not studying grammar books, just a daily habit of listening. So why does this work? Because when you hear the language regularly, your brain starts to recognize it. It starts to notice patterns, sentence structures, common phrases, natural rhythm. And over time, your brain starts predicting what comes next. That's fluency. Here's the thing. Consistency builds comfort, and comfort builds confidence. And confidence leads to communication. But many learners make a common mistake. They start strong with big goals and lots of motivation, but stop quickly. Maybe they study 2 hours a day for a week, then burn out and stop for a month. That's what I call the roller coaster method. Up and down, up and down. It's exhausting, and it doesn't lead to fluency. Instead, I want to invite you to take the slow river path. Gentle, steady, and flowing. Even if you only spend 15 minutes a day with English, that's over 90 hours a year. That's more than enough to transform your understanding and speaking. Let's take another example. Think of someone learning the guitar. If they play for 6 hours in one day, then stop for a month, they'll forget most of what they learned. But if they practice just 20 minutes every day, their fingers remember the notes. Their hands move more smoothly. Their confidence grows. Language is the same. The more you touch it, the more it becomes part of you. So what can consistency look like in your English learning journey? It can be very simple. You could listen to a podcast like this while cooking breakfast. Read one short story or article before bed. Keep a notebook and write one sentence each day about your thoughts. Speak to yourself out loud when you're alone. Describe what you're doing. For example, you're making tea. Say, "I'm boiling water. I need a cup."
I'm adding sugar. It seems small, but these small things, done every day, build fluency.
Let's talk about something important here. Motivation versus discipline. Motivation comes and goes. One day you feel excited, the next day, maybe not. But discipline is the habit of doing it anyway. Consistency is not about feeling motivated. It's about showing up, even on the days you don't feel like it. Even if your practice is shorter, even if you're tired. You just do something and you keep going. And the beautiful part is, it gets easier. After a while, you don't have to force yourself. English becomes part of your life, like brushing your teeth, like drinking water. It becomes natural. Let's pause for a moment. Take a breath. Think about your own English journey. What's one small thing you could do today and tomorrow and the next day that would help you stay connected to English? Maybe you choose to listen to this podcast while walking. Maybe you decide to write one new sentence in your journal every evening. Maybe you watch one English video and repeat some of the phrases. Whatever it is, make it small and realistic. Small actions repeated daily are more powerful than big actions done once in a while. Let me give you a simple routine that many of my listeners use. In the morning, listen to an English podcast for 10 minutes. During lunch, read one short story or article in English. In the evening, speak out loud. Describe your day in English for 5 minutes. Once a week, write a short paragraph or record your voice. That's it. Nothing too big, but very effective if done regularly. Now, I want to leave you with this final thought. Fluency is not a race. There's no finish line. It's a journey. And your journey is unique. What matters most is not how fast you go, but how often you show up. Consistency is your strongest tool. So be patient with yourself, be kind, and keep going. Thank you so much for joining me today on English Stories for Fluency. If you found this episode helpful, I'd love for you to share it with someone who's also learning English. And if you haven't already, follow this podcast so you don't miss any new episodes. I'm here every week to help you grow step by step. Until next time, keep listening, keep speaking, and most of all, stay consistent. Take care and talk to you soon.